Hi, this is Lara at Elliott Wave Gold with your daily gold analysis done after the end of the New York session for Wednesday 30th of October. I'm recording this video a bit later than usual, nearly 8 p.m. in the evening New York time on the 30th. The wave count's taken quite a lot longer than usual. I have two hourly wave counts for you today. At the daily chart level, the wave count's only slightly adjusted. The bigger picture remains the same. I still expect that gold is in a big fourth wave correction at primary degree, which is still some weeks away from ending. Intermediate wave Y is most likely to unfold as a zigzag because primary wave 4 is most likely to be a double zigzag. It can't be a flat. This would be the B wave, and it would be well less than 90% of this, which would be the A wave. So it's not a flat. It's unlikely to be a combination because X waves within combinations are usually deeper because the purpose of combinations is to take up time and move price sideways. So it's most likely to be a double zigzag, which means intermediate wave Y is most likely to move quite a bit beyond the end of intermediate wave W. Primary wave 4 may not move into primary wave 1 price territory above 1532.90. Within the zigzag of intermediate wave Y, I expect now it's most likely that we have minor wave A complete, and the downwards movement which invalidated yesterday's hourly wave count, it was the opposite of what I expected, looks like a B wave, which can't move beyond the start of the A wave below 1251.76. Within this zigzag, the B wave lasted several days, and this one lasted 4 days. So far, this B wave has lasted 3 days. I'd expect it to continue maybe for another day. I'd expect it could even possibly end within the next few hours. Let's have a look at the first hourly wave count, where the start of minor A here is this point down here. So my two hourly wave counts are looking at this upwards movement differently. This one fits with MACD, and that it sees the strongest momentum as within a third wave. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, with an ending diagonal beginning here, and all of the subwaves of the ending diagonal subdividing neatly as zigzags with a little overshoot of the fifth wave at the end of it. From this point here on downwards, this can just be seen as a 5-wave impulse. So minor wave B could be unfolding as a zigzag with a 5, 3, and we need the 5 down to complete. At 1325, minute wave C would reach 1.618, the orthodox length of minute wave A, and that would bring price just above the 0.382 Fibonacci ratio of minor wave A. So 1325, or maybe for this wave count just a little bit below, 1318.73 is the 0.382 Fibonacci ratio. I wouldn't expect minor wave B to reach right down to the 0.618, and because we're in the very final fifth wave down now, since this chart was prepared, prices moved further, and I expect that that last little fifth wave is underway, so that should be over within a few hours. I expect this should be over within 24 hours, and when it's done, we should see a resumption of the upwards trend. This parallel channel is drawn using Elliott's second technique around the impulse of minor A, with a first trend line from 2 to 4 and a copy on 3. We have a bit of an overshoot towards the end as the fifth wave died as it lacked momentum, and we have a really clear channel breach. So minor wave A is over and minor wave B is underway. Alternatively, it's all the same to this point here, and then it's possible that the third wave ends here, but this alternate wave count has a much lower probability because it doesn't agree with MACD. It has some nice Fibonacci ratios, and all those ratios are detailed in the article, the text article with the charts. But this one sees the strongest momentum as within a first wave, so that doesn't make much sense. But I want to consider all possibilities. So this would be possible. It doesn't diverge from the first hourly wave count at this stage. The target's the same. The structure here is exactly the same. Instead of a B wave, it could be a fourth wave, which can't move into first wave price territory below 1288.18. If we were to see movement below that point, this alternate would be invalid, and the main wave count would then increase in probability and would make a lot of sense. However, like I said, I'm not expecting movement too much below 1325. And this wave count at 1325, that's 0.83, that's exactly the 0.382 Fibonacci ratio of minute wave 3. So the target's the same. This parallel channel drawn here is a best fit I've drawn it along these highs here, and this one here, and this one here, and placed a parallel copy on the end of the second wave. I'd expect for this alternate, the fourth wave should find support at the lower edge of that parallel channel, which would be about 1325 in a few hours. So yesterday, I was expecting upwards movement for 1 or 2 days with an increase in momentum. We got the opposite of that. We got some very strong downwards movement, invalidating the hourly wave count and necessitating a thorough reanalysis of that prior A wave at minor degree up. So I have 2 hourly wave counts. I strongly prefer the first. I expect minor A is actually over, and that downwards movement is a B wave, which is probably quite close to completion. When that first structure, the zigzag, is complete, I must consider the alternate possibility that that may be only the first structure of a double zigzag or a double combination for minor wave B. So that's also going to be an alternate tomorrow. That's all for me today with your gold analysis, and I hope that all our members are having a fabulous day.